Hello, this is Miguel from Embargo Man. This video is a shout out. This is a shout out to iJustine. Okay, people who are watching this, you know who I'm talking to? Well, I'm gonna talk to iJustine, Justine Ezarik. I remember when I saw your video and I follow you on Twitter as Universal Man 09, and this is my channel, and I know you gotta thank me, and sometimes it makes me so happy that the response like okay about the Lego dog, all these things going on is that now that I've seen that there are some people that pretend to be you and they're fake, and they have responded me to my videos, right? So let me talk about myself and what I am. Justine, I am Miguel Alarcon, Angel Alarcon. I was born in New Jersey, lived 3 years in Colombia, and then the rest of my life here in Florida, right here in Miami, Florida. So, and where I live in this country village townhomes with my mom, of course. And put it long story short, I wanted to do anything of any ambition, right? So I know when I get to do this YouTube thing, I did some YouTube, and then I always did it for fun, and now like the monetizing and everything like that. But then I realized that these things that going on with you, and let me tell you, Justine, that I have seen you in a whole different view, right? So I noticed that I would wanted to say, oh yeah, I want a Japanese girlfriend or whatever, but no, it's not really as it is. And then after doing these YouTube videos and all that stuff, I knew that I went by and see your YouTube videos, your YouTube, right? So most likely, okay, seeing okay, this chick is hot, whatever. In my mind, it's just a whole different way. I was like, didn't know you that much, and definitely there's one thing about this Dutch chick who comments on my videos, and yet I knew that would be something that I wanted to say about it before I really knew about anything. I knew all this, that you have been an Apple fan. And I was thinking an Apple fan and what, and then put it the wrong way and put it whatever it thinks. This is where I could say is that a friend of mine, a roommate, has gave me a free Amazon gift card, and I bought your book. Yeah, and then when I read your book, then I knew something about it. Then I've read it, and what I have read before, and the first time I fell in love. This is where I could know you, as unique as you are. I read your book for the first time, and then I knew I could remember where you have to struggle, and where you got that your aunt Vicky give you a computer, a Macintosh, and you call X3, and you have to be facing a jerk that I have to just get into a video and remember that all this is because now I was just thinking in a different vein. That book has opened my mind. Yeah, it has opened my mind for a reason. And then this is like the first time I knew it. And then after I seen your video when you got sick, this is a serious problem, a blood clot. You have a catheter and then a CT scanning and they've done some procedures. Then I saw that video, and then I read the book just for the second time, and then I remember this thing that I have done. I am tell you if I cannot say my affiliation of belief system. I am a Catholic, to say. And when I saw your video about what happened on even on Twitter and the YouTube video, and you explained this is where I did about prayer. I did have when my friends go and let's play the rosary, and I thought of you. I have thought of you in your times of down when you have your 5 days on the ER and everything. I thought of you in my prayers, and then Justine, for thinking about that, I knew that it came from the heart that I have done all this, and then all these prayers that I have given you, and calling your name in my prayers to heal for that. And yeah, you have your sister and your friends and everybody else to come and visit you, and then you said you're blood thinners, right? So this is where I could say, and I have worried about, and then you are okay. You are okay. Thank God you are okay. And then I could remember reading your book again. I mean, it just kind of refreshed memory and what you have done. And I see your old videos and all that stuff. What I'm about to say is what I feel inside, and what I said I cannot say it here on YouTube. I'm just gonna say it personally, and there's things that I have in my mind of my ambitions and all that stuff, right? First of all, I will tell you one thing, that you have done activities. You have done jujitsu. You have done, lightsaber thing. I don't know, it was a thing or something. You played golf, and I'm at golf, pro golf or something like that. Yeah. And then this is where you do these activities, and then the doctor said not to do this harsh activities. So my question to you, Justine Ezarik, and I knew that you have done your video. Your last video seems really awesome, that you're flying this DJI Mini Pro 3. I mean, this is kind of awesome that you have done this, and then you have Twitter, and you have this beautiful smile next to the Google headquarters. I mean, it's just like this kind of person. You are like this kind of person that I know you have met people that in the videos, and it's just like saying I read something, and then you are like have a great, beautiful personality. It's not just from the outer beauty have guys have to think about or whatever, but notice it that you do have a heart. And then what I feel, if I cannot say it in person, it's not say it on YouTube, but I will say it in person. I know what's inside of me, and I know what I feel, and then sometimes I post, why did I cry? I cried because I knew that you need to treat people with a very kindness and whatever it is, and be gentle, or just not to hurt anybody. I know I was crying about on something, but let me tell you one thing. I knew that this YouTuber, she always comments on my videos. Her name's Ivana. Even though I kind of like her and something like that, But no, I mean, it's not like she writes music, sings very beautiful and stuff. But I knew that, I don't know if you did. I saw your videos. You try put it back together. I mean, you have a trying to practice in voice and whatever. But most likely that what is my ambitions is going to America's Got Talent. The thing about America's Got Talent is that I knew that I want to do something, and then I was thinking, okay, I seen a couple of dances, dancing salsa, merengue, all these kind of dances that I have seen, but then I just knew there's something I might just take some tango lessons, right? So I tried that. I knew that I have taken some videos, Justine, about my tango lessons. I was in Colombia, even though this dance is from Argentina, but I was in Colombia. Somebody named Alvaro has practiced me that. I was my partner, and then was the most the thought about it, doing these moves and all that stuff. I know it is just a hard dance or whatever it is. It takes technique, going with the legs around there and back and forth and whatever. And the thing is that I just can't just imagine my partner Viviana, when I was dancing with her, I was imagining that she was you. This is crazy. She was you, Justine. Vivi Rivera, dancing with her, I was thinking Vivi was you. Vivi Rivera was Justine Ezarik. That's that's what happened if I practiced, and I done it very, very good because of my imagination. That Vivi was you. And then after that, I couldn't find somebody to dance with. I know that I have done this, and what I'm gonna try singing. I'm gonna try singing. I get on America's Got Talent because of singing, and I couldn't find a partner. And then I noticed something with all these activities that you have done. And I remember you were dancing on Apple stores. I mean, most likely on Apple stores that I have said, wow. Because then I was thinking, after all this, after reading your book again, and after noticing there's a lot of projects that I wanted to say, and I have some ideas. I know you like Apple Watches. I know you like pigs. I mean, the idea of that I put Porky on the Apple Watch for a watch face, even though I'm wearing a Mickey Mouse watch. Mickey Mouse. I mean, but Porky on an Apple Watch, even the Apple Watch has a Mickey Mouse. I mean, Porky Pig would be something like, well, I'm gonna put some Porky Pig in it, I notices that, and then I'm noticing about the Super Bowl, and then you, Justine, might make a great Super Bowl commercial, Porky Pig replacing Lily from AT&T, and you meet Porky Pig. So I did something very fun. I took a picture of an AT&T store. I modified Porky Pig, and then a picture of you at the AT&T store meeting with Porky Pig to upgrade for an iPhone, for the latest iPhone. But I'm gonna show you the picture, okay? So I know I show you the picture. That's Porky Pig. That was you. And Justine Ezarik. I mean, iJustine. This is just as an Ask IJ video that I remember that you ask anything about whatever it is. So what it is that, I mean, you visiting AT&T store, you see with Porky Pig, and then I can imagine that you saying, you are like the cutest worker I have ever met. Yeah, of course, Porky Pig, right? So yeah, and then I just could imagine that would be one of the most greatest or cutest moments in there. You meet Porky Pig. Porky Pig will tell you about upgrading for your iPhone at AT&T with any iPhone. Yeah, I know. I noticed that. It's just a match made in heaven in your mind, Justine. And and then I was just saying that you could be part of America's Got Talent too, because now I've seen that you has been calmed down, blood thinners, and I just couldn't imagine. I have seen people with blood clots, or they have these kinds of miracle babies, right? Like they born or whatever they're, and or that they lost having a miscarriage. And I don't want that. All I wanted to do is that I want you to be healthy, and I always have wanted you to be healthy. I want you to say to go to the doctor and see if you're all right, and you're like no longer need, for example, warfarin. Okay, you know what? You don't, like you say, oh, you're out of the warfarin. You're healthy. You could do whatever you want. You could do whatever, blah, this and that, and that's what you need to aware, Justine, your health. And that's what I want. I want you to be a healthy woman, even though it is like I'm not just saying what you might to expect. That I believe that you could be a great mother to your children. Whoever be the father is, it will be a surprise that who's gonna be the father of your child or of your children. And then it'll be fun to see iJustine being a mom. Yeah, it'll be awesome. Being a mom and with the kids, and introducing with all these gizmos and gadgets, and whatever it is. Yeah. And then the reviewing about all baby monitor you could use on the iPhone and stuff. Yeah, I just want to see you be ready and be healthy and able to have children, because I want you to get well, Justine Ezarik. So what it is that, you try to be careful with cutting and opening boxes of stuff with knives and stuff. I know it. I know what it is to be careful, and yet I'm just saying that I am willing to do something. This is the reason why, after I've seen your video, I have made a GoFundMe. I have even done a video describing folks your description, not telling what is a 5'3", that her where she from, they like baseball and pirates, and then where it's going from, that everything over there where she's from is black and yellow, and that's just like I was describing you. But after all, you have done so much. And then what I think, Justine, for your book, you have to upgrade the book. You add on what you have done. If you are your blood procedure, your procedures for the blood clot and the hospital visits, and what you gotta do, and all these fun stuff, and the adventures that you have been through. your jiu-jitsu training and lightsaber training. And, this is all to be added, and one else to illustrate is your book in other languages. I mean, you could do it with other languages, and German and Japanese, Korean, Dutch, or whatever, even in Spanish. But one thing I could tell you, Justine, if you want to publish your book and upgrade it to whatever it happens within your life, is that there's a publishing company in Colombia called Black Sheep Publishing, right? Or La Editorial La Oveja Negra, Black Sheep Publishing, right? So that'll be, your book will be translated into Spanish. It will be the same book in English, but translated into Spanish by Black Sheep Publishers in Bogota, Colombia, right? So that's where my parents are from. And for the the GoFundMe app, to say that you were, and that I would go to a dance school in California, sharp up with the tango lessons that I that I forgot to practice or learn or review for a long time, is that, you would be it. It would be awesome for you to participate in America's Got Talent, Justine, and let's see what's gonna happen after all this. I would love to meet you. I would definitely love to see you. And I noticed that when I post a comment, there's always these bots. There's always these people. This is like commenting on your video is like an Eminem song. Have you ever heard Slim Shady? There's people who try to be you. They have no videos. They're brand new, and they put different names and whatever the phone number, but they put your picture. So they put your picture, Justine, so they could fool people and think that they're you. No, they're not. They're just pretending to be you. This is like the same. Who's a real Slim Shady? Is the real Slim Shady? Please stand up. This is a real iJustine. Please stand up. It's like a Slim Shady video. It's like an Eminem video, right? Like who's the real Slim Shady? Please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. But that's just enough. Eminem has created an official anthem for people with fake IDs, with fake accounts, who are like fake Facebook account. They look like they're other person. Slim Shady, yeah. If it's saying, if Eminem try to friend you, if it's not Eminem, who's the real Slim Shady? Slim Shady, please stand up, And after all, you gotta have to deal and make a video about this, Justine, about people that are pretending to be someone else, or especially when they're pretending to be you. And then it would be awesome to inform people. And then what we're gonna talk about is NFTs and cryptocurrency, right? So the thing that you have done, that I have listened to you and your voice, and about NFT, and about what's you gonna do and Web3 and all that stuff, right? It's interesting. And as I have said, I have gave it second thoughts of things, because I don't know if things has go up. Even cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is like Doge and Bitcoin. One of these days that even governments are going to cryptocurrency. Their official currency is cryptocurrency. If they have something about cryptocurrency based in Africa, is gonna call probably they might call it Afro coin, because one Afro coin will cost $100,000 or $100 million. It's so for one Afro coin and $100 million. Can you imagine that? $100,000 or $100 million for one Afro coin. So that's is how it's going to be. Probably what it is that we're gonna crash, and not like saying living their lives, struggling, not buying too much, like, or like say $10 a gallon per gas. Who knows? And NFTs also, is there's like, I seen some video about NFTs. NFTs is amazing. You have to do artwork, whatever, of the NFTs. I mean, that means that the who owns it. Probably you may create some NFT out of something, or somebody if I created artwork of an NFT, something that I would do, and then my work would be, I would say $100 is gonna cost, right? And then the owner who comes out in an NFT of, let's say, if somebody from Uganda buys the work and I have it, and that work would cost $100 million. Who's gonna pay $100 million, right? So if my work goes from $100 from the owner in the United States, somebody in Uganda would sell it for $100 million. I mean, that would be where it goes. I mean, you gotta be careful with that, because sometimes there's things about new technologies. Everybody's gonna handle it and all this stuff, and then what's going to happen, like the worst market crash in history of the world. This is like a worse than the 1929 or the 1930 market crash. It's gonna be way worse. Just like the 1929 market crash is gonna be a walk in the park compared to this, to the crypto or currency, whatever. It means that that nobody's going, or in other words, we're gonna be like living the purge, or saying that, $10 per gallon of gas in about less than 2 years, or less than a year, or everything jack up the price because somebody have a cryptocurrency that nobody could afford, and everything is run through that cryptocurrency, and let's say we'll be living like in third world. I mean, like countries like the United States, Europe, Canada, Japan, are going to live like countries in the third world, and the third world countries will live like they live in America. And there's going to be this kind of switch of this digital age. You're turning first world countries into third world countries, and third world countries into first world countries. And then that's how it is, and with this digital age. And I mean, it's cool. It's cool to invest in for the future and everything like that. But most likely not just say to move into these developing countries if things go rough, And then I'm just saying, with the NFT thing, is cool, it's awesome. And when if things goes right for everything, if you think NFTs will be great, just give it a shot. I think you will succeed in anything. I mean, you want to learn how to dance tango. I'm doing this to have this GoFundMe app. You put in the money, the amount you wanted to put. I'm just saying, I'm gonna go there, and then it'll be awesome. I will tell you what I feel, and because I'm just trying to do YouTube in this YouTube thing, it is like I struggle. All I want is to most likely now want to start a family. I want to have a child. I want to find a significant other. But that's just saying who would be this person. I know what I feel. I know what I gotta say. I'm not gonna say it in YouTube. It is me. I'm just noticing that I know what I feel inside in my heart and everything. But then, Justine, you know that I will tell you this in person. If you could put this one day, we could meet, I will tell you what I feel, what I have inside, and what I notice, that what I know something, because I want to make a life better for myself and to have a normal life that, you know, that I haven't have been for a while, you know. And after all, you know, I'm just saying that if there's people or anybody who's watching, if you have something that you have a blood clot, or you're gonna feel something weird, just go to the doctor and check yourself out. It's no problem. This could be anything that what comes to mind. Probably a cancer, probably anything that you need to check yourself before before you wreck yourself. You know, I mean, this is serious. I mean, Justine, you notice that that I'm asking the audience that are watching this video, and I know the shout out is for you to say, to have this response to the video. I see your health updates and all that stuff. I know you did some a doctor has done a video about your procedure and your blood clot and everything like that. I mean, it is time to let things to handle that. You need to chill. You could go and think of other things in mind. Like, okay, it says that you might say, I might go back to jiu-jitsu, or try the lightsaber, or I want to just learn how to dance tango. This is Miguel is leading me to America. Yeah, I'm leading you to join America's Got Talent, and that, because I mean, singing and everything, I know is something that I would love to do. I even love to see you do the voice of Amy the Hedgehog, Amy Rose, Sonic's girlfriend for Sonic 3. Wow. Well, Ivana Vanderveen sings the soundtrack of the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 of a song that is, and this is not Sweet Dreams from the but this is one that is from a Japanese pop group called Dreams Come True, and I know I have it in Japanese and in English, and it's called Dreams Come True. You can find it on the net. You could listen to the song. And yeah, I would like to say how you do for Amy, you know, Sonic's girlfriend. I know you have done the passion fruit, but you, Justine, iJustine, doing Amy Rose the Hedgehog, Amy, Sonic's girlfriend. I mean, you said you be in the Sonic movie. I have found my blueprints, or you call them blueprints, or because, you know, the blue blur is the blueprints, Prince Charming. Then yeah, I mean, it would be awesome to see that you, Justine, being Amy Rose the Hedgehog, Sonic's girlfriend, in the third Sonic movie. It would be so awesome. I mean, most likely that and then one thing of all the other projects that I want to do, it is a character what is in your book, right? I was saying I will do a video with Darman, and this personality. I mean, it takes place. I mean, Darman Studios. I don't know, it's in California, but in this thing is it takes place in Pittsburgh. I'll be uh I'll be playing Dr. Rolex. I mean that means first time playing a jerk on a Darman video, and then I know that my line is cheap ass Timex, and saying Timex is a cheap watch. So I mean this guy or this punk that it is, he'll be saying doing stop doing them stupid videos and I guess if you have played a part of yourself in a Doorman video, I play the jerk. So it will be awesome. And at least with that, I will make a video for Darman, and there's so many Darman copycats because Darman, he's in his slogan is we're not just telling stories, we're changing lives, and I want to be in part of that. That I'm like this guy was this mean doctor, like he's telling to do a massage or back-o-matic massage chair before a Pirates game goes on. It's probably might be a baseball fan. Who knows? But I'm just gonna characterize that I could play the role of Dr. Rolex, and you play yourself, and probably that would be in a Darman video. It'll be awesome, and just like that, but in a click of a button, I'm not like that jerk that I'm going to play. I am such a nice person, and I think you are willing to do anything. You are beautiful, as I noticed, not just from the outside, but from the inside too. You help out Cody, and when you shopping at for an iPhone 6, you were going visiting Vizzy Velasquez, so a woman with a rare disease and looking so only whatever it is. I noticed it that you are very sweet, Justine. I mean, it would be so amazing to meet you. It was so amazing that what I could feel inside of me, that I would say it in real life. And I would love to say that in real life, because I know that so many times that seen, I was asking this girl out, and she have I love her, and she has blocked me and never noticed me to be calling me mean, that I'm annoying, that I'm rude, and all that stuff, because I know it kind of hurts inside of me, but I cope with it. I just cope with it like a man. So but for real, I'll be man enough to say what I feel, and I'll be man enough that your book has changed my mind of how I see you. You're not just what other guys are thinking. They're just like, it just opened up my mind, and I'm so glad that your book has opened up my mind, that I just read it like twice already. It opened up my mind because you are this kind of person. They're very caring. You are family oriented, and then you have done with stuff with your family and your friends, and you have never been to prom. And I remember that you prefer to go play video games in a computer room instead of going to a prom. It's kind of rare in this society. Some kind of rare that a couple of guys were asking you out on a prom night and stuff, and then you just saying, she might be the prettiest girl in town, but what the heck, I'm just gonna go on a prom date with this other girl, whatever. I mean, and that's what I could imagine what has happened. But then, yeah, I know, because that book that you wrote has opened up my mind. Everything because of that book has opened up my mind of how I view you, of how I see people, and it's just a whole different aspects of life, you know. And I mean, if you write something, it just changed lives. If I have do something to play a jerk in a Darman video, it changed the lives too, and people will need to know what's going on. I remember this that's hitting you with an apple. Yeah, I mean, this all be relive of what has going on in your workplace, right? So in your workplace, this mean chiropractor that I play, it would be such a jerk. But if I'm being a jerk in a Darman video, in reality, I'm just this cool person, you know, sweet, kind, cool person. And you know who I am, and or you might know who I am. So it'll be exciting, it'll be awesome that I get to do a video for Darman. But you know what, Justine? You could subscribe to my channel. You could follow me on my Twitter, and we could just have a cool conversation. You know, and then it would be like knowing somebody. It would be like this type of conversation to make it click. I knew that this would be in an instant talking to you in real life or in person. It'll be, let's say, you get to know what you gotta know. You gotta know this. You gotta know about this. I cry because I knew that I was crying, right? I know that that in my heart that this is not. I'm not gonna do this, because there's these guys that just go and they have a bunch of girlfriends and they cheat on their girlfriends or whatever. No, I know this because I don't like to be like the other guys who goes and cheat in their girlfriends, and not to be loyal. And or like this is where people get separated because they cheating on their wives and love affairs and stuff. I knew this. Thank God for the internet. Thank goodness for the net to learning about love affairs, and that's what I am, and what my grandma has told me to be a one woman man, or a one girl guy. I love to do that. That's just my mentality. But sometimes when I cry about this, and then I don't want to change my mentality. I don't want to be this person that will have, okay, I'm gonna have two girlfriends or whatever. No, that's not me. That is not the kind of mentality that I wanted to do, right? So I will tell you that, and I'll tell you folks that you people watching this video, I'm talking to, it's a shout out to iJustine. Just go buy her book if you want to know that. Even for you people that you have a dirty thoughts in your minds, all right? So, hey, here you go. It will change the way you think, and I know this. And please, there is right there below my GoFundMe. Please support my GoFundMe, page. I need your support. Justine, I hope you could support me too. And what I could say this to myself, or what I would say is, really, you are an awesome YouTuber. You are always been awesome, and that's why I love you. And that's it. And please take care. I hope you be going and check out the doctors to see if you're be out of blood thinners. And I know this procedure that you have, and then x-rays and whatever, but I would tell you some things before all this technology. Thank goodness that we have all these technology right now, besides further, we have all these technologies that they could, check out everything in the computer or whatever it is that they said, oh, okay, you have a blood clot or whatever, just like what happened to my grandma before, grandma that I didn't know before. And like back in the 1950s, they don't have this technology to check out, um, and stuff. And even though they have X-ray, but they didn't have the technology to find out, to go for a blood clot wasn't there. So she died of a heart attack because of that, But then after all, hit the bell button, subscribe to my channel, folks. Justine Ezarik. You could follow me on Twitter. I follow you and see you and find out more that I noticed about it. And thank you for said that I read your book and you have taught me that you are most likely a very beautiful person from the inside and out. I mean, that's it. That's all I need to say to you. But whatever I have inside of me, I cannot tell you in YouTube, because I don't know. I don't want to make. I don't know this. I'm gonna make somebody jealous or something like that. But all I know is that I'm just gonna keep it to myself until I tell it to you what I feel. So goodbye, peace out, see you on the next video. The next video might be on Darman. I mean, I'm going to do something with Darman, and then that's the character of Mr. Rolex, or Dr. Rolex. I'm gonna play Dr. Rolex on a Darman video, and then Artist Justine is gonna be about you. All right, so goodbye, and that's all, folks.